Hello everyone, I hope you're all well and welcome to a new Doctor Who video on the channel. So over the last few days you may have noticed a quite big rumour going around the internet. This rumour states that David Tennant, who of course played the 10th Doctor between 2005 and 2010, according to this rumour, David has been cast as the upcoming 14th Doctor and will be returning to Doctor Who next year for free specials to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Doctor Who franchise. Now, I want to start off by saying I don't personally believe this rumour is true, mostly because it's ultimately coming from a Facebook fan page and nobody really knows where this rumour is originally coming from. Some people have said it's from Reddit, some people think it's from Gallifrey Base, some people have said on Twitter that they have heard it from people closely associated with the show. It absolutely could have some truth behind it, but it does come across as more a messy rumour where nobody really knows where it originally started. But the more I've thought about it over the last few days, I've started to think, is the chances of Tennant leading the 60th anniversary celebrations that low? Now, I don't believe David Tennant should betray the 14th Doctor after Jodie regenerates later this year. Just because I feel Doctor Who should always move forwards, and having an old Doctor come back as the new Doctor feels like a very risky decision to make. However, what is more likely, in my opinion, is David coming back as his 10th incarnation of the character instead. Exactly how this would work immediately after the 14th Doctor has appeared is unclear. Maybe, as always, the regeneration causes the TARDIS to go absolutely crazy, but this time the results are very more severe, where the Doctor's TARDIS is maybe captured by an old villain, and then it's up to the 10th Doctor, along with more of the Doctor's previous selves, to team up, save the day, and rescue their future self. That does sound a bit familiar to the plot of the Five Doctors, I know, but something along those lines is a way you could bring David back for some sort of multi-Doctor adventure with himself as the main Doctor. If something along those lines with David was to happen, I could understand the decision. I do ultimately want a huge multi-Doctor adventure next year, because it's always fun when Doctors interact with some of their other selves. But I do agree, having the 14th Doctor's first story as a multi-Doctor adventure probably just wouldn't work. The first priority with a new Doctor should always be to establish a character and inform us who this new Doctor is going to be. You couldn't really do that fairly if you are straightaway having the new Doctor meet some of their previous selves. So bringing back easily the most popular Doctor of the new series, David Tennant, to lead instead could genuinely be an option on the table. If this was to happen though, I definitely hope it would be for a multi-Doctor adventure and not just as a set of 10th Doctor specials. The 10th Doctor is overall my favourite Doctor, and I genuinely want to see more of David's fantastic 10th Doctor next year. But having a set of specials with just 10 would feel like a repeat of the 2009 specials, and I'd much prefer David to lead a big multi-Doctor storyline instead. Most likely, I'd imagine if this was to happen, then David would lead, along with Matt Smith, who has expressed interest in returning to the role. Jodie Whittaker, I feel, would also return so they can have the dynamic between a female and male Doctor meeting for the first time. And I hope they'd at least bring back one Doctor from Classic Who, most likely Paul McGann, who definitely deserves more screen time as his iconic, mostly unseen Doctor. That seems likely to be the mix of Doctors involved, but end of the day, my opinion is the more Doctors involved, the better overall. So would all of this be my perfect preference for the 60th anniversary? I'm not going to lie, probably not. What I would personally prefer is a full series next autumn, which does feel possible if reports are true and filming begins this spring. If you had a full series, you could have the majority of the new series set up the new incarnation of the Doctor, as always. And then, in the two-part finale, you could have a massive multi-Doctor anniversary celebration where previous incarnations, including David, could return to the show. Which would be a huge series for the BBC, where you could advertise a new incarnation of the Doctor and both returning Doctors in the same series, which would easily be the biggest series yet for the show. If this happens though, just depends what Russell exactly has planned for next year. There are now more rumours, which is coming from Facebook, so probably not true, but there are rumours Russell is also working on a new spin-off for next year. A series which looks set to revisit past characters within the Doctor Who universe. I have to admit, as unlikely as this sounds, I'd absolutely love this idea to be true. Getting the chance to have a catch up with fan favourite companions such as Ace, maybe even see what some of the Doctor's old enemies are up to, I'd love a spin-off with something along those lines. Although the rumour does mention the Timeless Child storyline, does that mean that this spin-off would be focused on characters within the Timeless Child era of the show? I guess it would be intriguing to see what Gallifrey and the Time Lords was like in the days before the first Doctor was born. But again, this is coming from a Facebook page, so take all of this with a grain of salt, as most likely it will not be true. Which is sad to say, since BBC Three is now returning to TV, and it would be great to see a new Doctor Who spin-off return alongside it. Overall, what do you think of these two new Doctor rumours? Do you believe any of them will actually be true? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, if you have enjoyed this video, then a subscribe would be super appreciated, as I'm trying to reach 3k subscribers by the start of summer, so any new subscribers right now would be very much appreciated and welcomed. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.